Good morning. I've really been dealing with something here the last few days and big discussion on Facebook about it last night. My scripture is 1 Corinthians 13:13. And now by the faith, hope, charity, and these three, but the greatest of these is charity or love. We have become a nation that forgot what love is because most of us have forgotten who Jesus is. Jesus is pure love. Jesus came. He gave his life on the cross of Calvary. People say, am I my brother's keeper? We are. I'm seeing so much hatred, so much violence. I can remember August 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. made a speech in Washington, D.C. called I Have a Dream. I really believe more than anything else this was a message from God through Dr. King for the world, but the world has forgotten it. Dr. King was about peace. He wasn't about hatred. He was about protests, but not about riots. He wasn't about violence. He was a man of peace, and since his death, we have lacked that. No one has stepped up to the plate to bring love and peace to the United States. When Dr. King wrote that, he said he had the dream of seeing little children, black and white, together playing. See, I got to tell you right now, racism isn't born in a person. Racism is taught. It's learned. It's promoted. And I, for one, hate it. In Vietnam, I fought alongside brothers of different colors, and we were a band of brothers. We didn't look at the skin color. We looked at the heart that was there. And that's what Jesus Christ would want us to do, because we were all created in his image. We were created by God, and man has turned it around with his hatred, his bigotry. It's time to come back to Jesus Christ in the way he said, and to love the church as Christ so loved it, to love your brothers. I go to the VA in Salisbury and in Charlotte, and I'll see brothers of different colors. They're the Vietnam vets, and we automatically connect. We don't look at the color of our skins, we look at the color of our hearts, and we're all the same. I love the fact that I can get around my brothers and never seen them before, but we have a connection. And that's what we're supposed to have in this country. Where's our civic leaders and pastors here in Cabarrus County that have not stepped up and want to do something? This was a discussion we had last night, and it weighed on me heavy all night long that I had to get up and do this morning. That we need to have some way of helping young people, to help them cope. I'm a substitute and a mentor at a high school, and I love what I do. I love it where I can have them come to me and say things to me, and no, I'm not going to judge them for it, but I'm going to love them because Christ loved the church. It's time that we all start having a dream. Dr. King wasn't the only one, but where will somebody step up? Where will somebody be willing to say, enough is enough, and to stop the violence? There's good cops, there's bad cops. We know that. There's good people, there's bad people. We know that. But what would we be without the police? Where would this nation be? What would this city be? But I believe it's time that Cabarrus County stood up. Let's start showing the country that peace can happen, that hand in hand we can do things. I believe our police departments are well trained, but I'll be honest here, and I'm just going to go on the limb. A black man shouldn't be feared when he gets stopped. He shouldn't be in fear that he's going to be harassed. It should stop. It shouldn't be happening one bit. There's no way. When they get stopped, he should be able to just say, yes, sir. Give his license to the officer. He shouldn't feel intimidated because of the color of his skin. If he's intimidated by the color of his skin, then there's a problem. And we need to find a solution to it. Better diverse training. whatever it takes. But it's got to stop someplace. Why not stop here? Pastors, I challenge you. What are you doing to mentor in the community? What are you doing? Do you go to the schools? I help coach football where I could be around these guys. There's football players that wouldn't have made it. By the grace of God, working with them, helping them to become a better person. And it helps. We got coaches at Concord that really care about the players. They want to win just like the players do, and their passion's there. But they care about the players. They care about them. They feed them. You don't know what these coaches do. You see it on Friday night, but they're reaching out. And they're not doing it by color of skin. They're doing it because these are young men that need somebody that cares about them. And these coaches do, or they wouldn't be doing it. I can tell you that now. They take away from their family time. But what do you do, civic leaders, regular people? What time do you take away to be a mentor to somebody, to touch somebody's life? We can change. We can change. But the key is, do you want that change? My dream is that we get along. That people stop seeing the color of the skin and start seeing the heart of man. Don't worry about what they're wearing or what they're doing. Don't worry about their piercings or their tattoos. Stop judging them. Stop condemning. The church has become the worst condemner of all. I'm just heartbroken. We're seeing killings after killings after killings. Seeing teens killing. Why? Because no one cares, and that's point blank. But someone has to care. Someone has to. What's your dream for America? Mine is to see peace. But will it come? What will you do? Will you step up? Men, will you become a mentor to young men that needs it? Ladies, will you become a mentor to young ladies that are confused and they don't have anybody to talk to, and you may be the only hope they've got? Will you step up? Will you reach out? May God bless you this day. May you overflow in His love. Thank you.